Now listen, for this type of review, you know we gotta do this, alright? It's only right I do it, alright? You know why? Because it's Crown Jewel, that's why. Blood money! Blood money! Blood money! Blood money! Blood money. We got blood money right here, man. Blood money. Blood money. Okay, let's do this thing. Listen, I'm already late on this show anyways. I was not gonna watch from the start time, so okay, like I had to start it off. You know I had to start it off like that. Why? Because I had to. So it's blood money, all right? You all know it is all blood money. But now listen, I don't mean to be rude, but let me break you off with a little previews of the review, okay? Now I'm not trying to be rude, but Saudi Arabia, I'm not feeling you because of some of the things you do, because this show wasn't good, because this show really sucked, and you're fresh out of luck. It's just WWE just trying to make a quick buck. Let me give you that toot, and then you get that beat. And you know how I flow, and this is the show, and I'm ready to go. This is the review to Crown Jewel, and I'm keeping it cool. If you do not like this song, you are a dumb ass tool, and I'm keeping it clean, and you know what I mean. I'm just adding up the numbers on that YouTube stream. Bounce, 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 bounce. Now it's like murder she wrote. Once I okay, let's we're done here. Yeah, fuck that case, by the way. We all know that was some bullshit, but that's a story for another day though. But I had to do that, okay? I had to give you a little previews to the review of the Crown Jewel, if I'm not mistaken. But I had to start off with both of those songs because it just fit the presence of doing this review. But Crown Jewel though, some would say Blood Money 6. I don't know how many Blood Monies we're at, but I'm gonna be honest with you. This was not a bad show. This really wasn't. And you know what? You looked at the card to this, and I said this before. It wasn't a bad card for Crown Jewel. It's just that it's in Saudi Arabia. That's why people don't like it. And come on, missing journalists and propaganda and all the stuff and the whole women, with the different gear on. I'm sure a lot of people don't like, but this is not a bad show. I did not hate this show. I really didn't. It was actually pretty good. Now I missed the pre-show, so like I said, I didn't watch this. I know this came on like 11 a.m. this morning. I didn't really watch this till like 4 p.m. today. Okay, I had stuff going on. I know that the Usos went against the Hurt Business, just a regular tag match. I don't know what really happened. I just know the Usos won. I heard it was pretty good, but I got there when the main show happened. We did kick it off though with the Hell in a Cell match between Edge and Seth Rollins out there. This was great. I enjoyed this. Some would say this is probably match of the night already, right off the get-go of the main show. Like I said, because, both Edge and Rollins in the ring, basically brawling in the Hell in a Cell. I know Edge had broke off the bottom of the chair trying to put him in a crossface, but Rollins had got out of it and tried to use that chair thing and whatnot, try to hit him. I think he was trying to hit him in the eye and whatnot. Edge was blocking it then. I know Rollins got him to the outside of the cage then, basically throwing him around. He threw him into like a chair and whatnot and just started hitting him with it. Edge had tried to go for the crossface. I think he was trying to go for a concerto and whatnot, hit him with the chairs. But, it's no DQ, so the ref can't stop any type of stopping the match or, rope breaks or whatnot. I know Edge did use Rollins used a piece of the chair. He had Edge in the eye with it. He had a big frog splash. Edge had kicked out. Rollins basically got a table out then. He took the table out, set it up. Rollins basically, he set up outside. He went back to Edge again. I guess he hit a prettier, which I thought this was kind of funny. They said, he just hit Edge with his own move. We can't mention Christian since Christian is on AEW and Impact right now. they usually say the kill switch nowadays with Christian's finisher, but it's the unprettier. And I sat there wondering myself, when did Edge really ever use that move? Okay, when? What do you mean it was Edge's move? Like, they can't mention Christian, so they're just gonna say that's Edge's move right there. I thought that was pretty funny. After Rollins did that and whatnot. But as Rollins is just beating the hell out of Edge, Rollins got back to the top rope. Edge ended up pushing him into the cage, and Rollins fell onto the table. Then he went through the table, so that would look pretty brutal right there. Edge had got him back in, only for a 2 count. I know he got some steel steps. He ended up hitting the Edge-O-Matic on top of the steel steps. Then I know he hit him with a chair. Then after that. Basically, Edge had got a chair, then hit a big elbow drop onto him. They said it was like Mick Foley doing the whole elbow drop thing, but from off the top rope, though. Edge was going to go for the spear. Seth hit him with a super kick, then a pedigree, then DX style. But Edge had, and Seth went for the curb stomp. Edge hit him with a buckle bomb, then speared him for a big 2 count. A lot of this is awesome chance. Then after that, Edge got another table. He put it inside the ring. He even got a ladder in. Also, he hit Rollins with the ladder. Rollins had, ended up taking, I guess, got Edge in, knocked him down. He ended up, climbing the ladder. Then I guess he put him on top of the table. Edge had recovered. He tried to fight him up top, but Rollins ended up hitting a big sunset bomb, pinning Edge. But Edge still kicked out. Rollins was pissed off then. And he just looked at Edge, and he got like this bag or like a toolbox in the ring. He took his foot, wrapped it in a chain, start super kicking Edge several times in the face. He just looked dead then after a while, and after, putting the chain on his foot. And I guess he was going to get a curb stomp and whatnot, but it ends saying, this is how fairy tales end, put the chair on his head. But Edge got up, took the chair, set it up, and Rollins ended up hitting himself in the nut stand after that. Edge super kicked him then, and then he took a chain out, wrapped it around Seth Rollins' mouth, going for that crossface again. Rollins tried to grab for a wrench, but Edge took the wrench and put him in the crossface. And before he could even tap out, Edge let him go and basically hit his own curb stomp onto the chair, and Edge got the win. I thought this was fun. I like this match, this Hell in a Cell, okay? I wish there was blood in it, but obviously that's not going to be any blood. But I like this match. I personally thought it was one of the best ones of the night, and that was just like the kickoff. I'm like, this was good, real good. And, let me say this about the Saudi. We talk about the Saudi Arabia crowd. We know they don't get this much, okay? We know this. It's only sometimes they come out there. Like America, we're spoiled. We're used to this, all right? But I get why people, and they were excited. This was a hot crowd. This was a very hot crowd throughout the entire day or nighttime over there. So it was, crowd was really lively the whole night. But yes, Edge getting the win. So this is the final. Well, we know both of these guys are going to be on Raw. So we'll see what happens after that. Mansoor, the hometown hero himself, once again back here going against Mustafa Ali. A good match. Nothing much of a surprise here. You knew Mansoor was going to get the win. Of course, like I said, he's from here. So, Mansoor hitting his big neck breaker, neck breaker springboard thing for the win, beating Mustafa Ali. Mustafa attacked him from behind, and then this guy walked out with karate gear and a Arabic scarf, and I have no idea who this was. He's just walking slowly to the ring, and he took off the whole Arabic covering thing, and I didn't know who this was. They said it was Tariq Hamdi. He was a silver medalist in karate in the Olympics. I had no idea who the guy was. Okay, I don't know. I just know that he ended up kicking Ali to the ground, and like I said, Mansoor and him basically celebrated up top. So I don't know who the guy is. Okay, he just kicked Mustafa Ali's head off. It's like I said, this is a crowd pleasing match. It's Mansoor. It's the hometown crowd. So there you go. Randy Orton and Matt Riddle, RK Bro, went against AJ Styles and almost for the Raw Tag Team titles. Instead of a scooter, Matt Riddle came out with a camel. Okay, he came out with a camel. Listen, this wasn't a bad match. This is something I probably would have seen on Raw and whatnot. Almost looks big and everything. Riddle and Orton go in. AJ, I know he was going once again for a phenomenal forearm. Orton hits the RKO in midair. I know we've seen that many times in the past. Matt Riddle hits the floating bro for the win. Orton and AJ Styles retain the tag team titles. no surprise right there. So honestly, this match could have been on Raw, to be honest. Next, Zelina Vega went against Doudrop for the Queen's Crown finals of the tournament. I'm be honest, I took a shot in the dark on this, and I just said Zelina Vega was just gonna win just because, and she ended up winning. Code Red for the win. I'm sure people were surprised. She went to her throne. She got the crown, and as you know, Greg Hamilton says, "All hail Queen Zelina." Good for Vega. Good for her. Given that just a lot of stuff with her in this company, from being released to coming right back, and then they release her husband, Aleister Black, Malachi Black, and whatnot. And then she's just taking L after L after L, but now she gets wins all of a sudden. Listen, I still think this tournament was booked very badly, and it sucked, but good for Zelina, though. Good for her. But it still sucked. Next, Goldberg versus Bobby Lashley in a no-holds-barred match, false count anywhere. Will Goldberg murder Bobby Lashley? Bobby Lashley already had a chain pulling out of his own tights and whatnot and wrapping around his fist. Goldberg attacked him and whatnot, trying to stop him from using the chain. Lashley hit him. I know he got with a chair, started hitting Goldberg with it. He pretty much threw Goldberg in the corner then after that. He hit him with several chairs, let me say that. I know he was focusing on Goldberg's knee or leg, trying to injure that more and more. Lashley was setting up for the spear, but Goldberg got out of the way. I know it was because he went through a table then after that. Goldberg ended up, getting himself back up. Lashley got back up. Goldberg speared him. He went for the jackhammer, which was a 2 count then. Next thing after that, Goldberg threw Lashley outside. He slowly ran, slowly, just limply ran into Lashley, put him through the timekeeper's area, spearing him then. And then I know he threw him into the barricade, threw him across the announce table. Lashley basically is just trying to get out of there then. Goldberg, because, Goldberg had took some steel steps and threw Lashley on, and he was going to hit him with some other steel steps, but Lashley got out of the way. He went up the ramp. Next, the Hurt Business showed up with kendo sticks. Goldberg made quick work of them. Lashley used the kendo stick, which I swear he was swinging so slowly. Goldberg ended up hitting him with his own kendo stick then, and he broke it over his knee. He speared him into a giant crash pad full of tables and whatnot, obviously, and pinned Lashley. So, no, he did not murder. He didn't stab him. He did not kill him. He did not decapitate Lashley. There was no murder involved in this match, but honestly, this was one of the better Goldberg matches. Maybe because it was a no DQ. Maybe because this wasn't like a 3-minute match. Maybe because Goldberg actually could hold his own this time. I was like, I figured Goldberg was going to win as long as that Lashley's not losing with the WWE title. Okay, but it's in Saudi Arabia, so I'm sure some people aren't really going to count this. But yes, Goldberg, he beat Bobby Lashley. He quote-unquote murdered Bobby Lashley. Okay, he quote-unquote murdered him. Next, Xavier Woods went against Finn Balor in the finals of the King of the Ring tournament. Like I said before, just give Xavier Woods the damn crown and get over with it. And like I said, it's not like they never talked about Woods, ever wanting the King of the Ring that much. Like, if you follow Woods online for over the past few years, he's always talked about it. They said, it's his childhood dream. Why don't we talk about this from the beginning and whatnot, okay? But Woods, he got the win. He beat Finn Balor. He hit his big elbow on him. So, it's, like I said, it was very predictable. It wasn't a bad match. It's just like you knew who was going to win. And, he's going, give me the crown. Give me the crown. All hell King Woods. So, yeah, Xavier Woods is king of the ring. So, his dream has finally been achieved. So, like I said, it's no surprise from that. Woods got the win. Next, the WWE title on the line. Biggie versus Drew McIntyre. Good match. Not a big surprise. Once again, predictable. We all know Drew is going to SmackDown tomorrow night. So, it's like I said, it's not big of a surprise right here. It really isn't. Biggie, I did like the finish though. I know after the whole Claymore kick, near fall, Biggie sent him across the ropes. I know it looked like Drew was trying to go for like a Hurricane Rana or something, but Biggie ended up countering it and turning it into a big ending then. So Biggie still retained the WWE title. Drew gave like a thumbs up and show of respect. So, like I said, good match, but once again, very predictable. Next, triple threat for the SmackDown Women's title. Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, Bianca Belair. Like I said, I'm sure everybody's going to talk about the giant t-shirts and coverings and whatnot. Not a bad match, though. I'm kind of surprised by the outcome of it, but not a bad match. I like how they showcase Bianca's strength, especially holding one hand with Sasha and just damn near picking up two. Bianca's just naturally fucking strong. We all know that, but some of that shit just looks fucking cool. I ain't gonna lie, it just looks cool. All right, but like I said, I like the match. I'm very surprised that Becky retained and ended up pinning Sasha. I'm just gonna assume Sasha, not Sasha, but Becky and Charlotte are just going to switch titles now at this point. So, Charlotte's going to give Becky the title. Becky's going to give Charlotte the title. I just kind of expected Sasha to retain, why I'm saying retain. I expected Sasha to win the belt, given that she's the only person in this match on SmackDown. So I thought that would have made it even more predictable. But obviously, I was wrong here. And, yeah, Becky got the win. So, like I said, her and Charlotte will probably just switch the belts and that'll be it. But in the main event, though, we finally got to probably maybe the biggest pops of the night between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. Both were very cheered very loudly. This was very good. Of course, Reigns trying to stop the German suplex, trying to club his way out of there. Lesnar got him with about 3 of those suplexes. Hitting Roman with. Ended up going to the floor then. Reigns took him down outside. Reigns basically did his big, giant dive then on, over the ropes onto Brock to the outside. He got Lesnar back in then. That was a lot of Let's Go Roman Suplex City chants then. Reigns ended up spearing Brock after that. Brock kicked out. He hit him with several Superman punches then. He went for another spear, but Brock did a big leap over him then, like leapfrog and whatnot, just hopping over him. Roman crashes into the corner. Both guys are down then. Heyman just basically stood there with a blank stare throughout the entire time. Didn't even move. He just stood there, not even showing any type of support for either one of them. Brock ended up hitting some more German suplexes then. He did his big yell. He had a big F5. Roman kicked out. Lesnar was going to go for another F5 then after that. But Roman got him with the guillotine then. Brock ended up powering out of it, getting him a spine buster. He went for another F5, but ended up taking out the referee. So ref bump, folks. And then next thing you know, as Lesnar's trying to pick up the referee in and, picking up Charles Robinson and dropping him on the ground. He turned around. Roman speared him. Next thing you know, Heyman just kind of looked at both Roman and Brock with the title. Not even know who to hold the belt to. Next thing you know, he throws the belt in the middle and says, "You know what to do with it." And then both Roman and Lesnar end up trying to fight for the belt. Then it looked like two homeless guys fighting over a piece of cheese. And then Lesnar got the belt. Usos came in as expected. Super kick Brock. Reigns takes the title belt, hits Lesnar with it, and then another referee comes out. 1, 2, 3, it's over. So Roman still survives with the title, and Heyman, we don't know what side he really took. So could we find out more tomorrow night on SmackDown? Most likely we will. Could this Roman and Brock thing continue? I don't think this is over. I think this will happen again at some point, some certain time, given the whole interferences and the ref bumps. So we'll see what happens there. So as expected, I kind of figured what was going to go on here, and Roman ended up still holding the title. So this will happen again in the near future. I will see more of this soon. But, like I said, overall, this was probably the best Saudi show up to date. Other than my random music at the beginning and, enjoying myself from that. This was not a bad show. It really wasn't. Like I said, usually Saudi shows are pretty bad. But this one right here, I was okay with this. It wasn't bad. I don't think it sucked. It was pretty good. Like I said, probably the best Saudi show up to date. Crowd was very hyped for it. So I'm not really going to complain that much about this one. I just thought this was a really good show. Very predictable in many ways. But wasn't a bad show. But everything predictable, so now the draft is in effect, and we'll see where all these guys are going to be going tomorrow night. So everybody's going to the new shows tomorrow, so yeah. We'll see what happens tomorrow night on SmackDown. So much about Crown Jewel, Blood Money 6. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Just anything. Did you like any of this show? If you even watched this show today or tonight or whatever time you watch this show. I'm sure more people watching the G1 finals going right now with New Japan than doing this show. But yeah, I thought this wasn't bad. I actually thought this wasn't bad. So other than that, I'm out of here. See you guys later. Comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at HoodNight890. We will be back tomorrow night for a SmackDown and Rampage review. So other than that, see you guys later. Peace.